Here we're looking at the construction of an ellipse using the concentric circles method. So the first thing to do is I've set up here the major axis circle and the minor axis circle. You'll always be told that in the question. The major axis is maybe 120 and the minor axis is 90. Whatever it is, draw the two circles as needed, major axis and minor axis, and they're both on the same point. The next thing to do is we're going to divide these circles up into 12 equal parts, and to do that we need the 60-30 set square. So just using your roller ruler or T-square, whichever you're using, we're going to divide this circle up, both of them, into 12 equal parts using the 60-30. So I've just gone around using the 60 and then the 30 and then the 60 in that way and the 30 in that way, and the circle is divided up evenly into 12 equal parts, and these blue lines of course are all using your lighter pencil. The next thing to do then is to find the points on the ellipse, and there's a very simple rule. You come down from the major axis and across from the minor axis, down from the major axis and across from the minor axis, or if you're below the axis, it's up from the major axis and across from the minor axis. So we're going to be able to find 12 points right around the ellipse. So I just put two arrows on this one just to show what I've done here, and I've slightly exaggerated each point, that you can see it on the screen. So again, it's down from the major axis, across from the minor axis, or up from the major axis, across from the minor axis, and then you find each one of the 12 points that you need. Now if you felt you needed an extra few, there's no problem at all going at any angle at all. Sometimes people feel they need an extra few up at the top, so just that's an extra one there. Sometimes that distance can be just a bit hard to bridge when you're drawing the ellipse in freehand, and again then we just come up and across here to find that point. It's a good idea to label the two vertices, V1 and V2, and they are the points at either end of the major axis. And one last point worth finding is the focal point right and focal point left. You don't always need them, but you might as well just find them when you're drawing the ellipse, and they are found by swinging an arc which is the radius of the major axis from the top of the minor axis. So those arcs are just radius, major axis from the top of the minor, and that's F1 and F2. Now you would need those points, for example, if you were drawing a tangent to the ellipse from a point on the ellipse or even a point off the ellipse. Then just join each of the points. I've gone reasonably heavy on this so that it will show up on the screen, and that's your ellipse. And if you're not happy with any individual point, of course you can always rub it out, or you can find an extra point. Maybe that gap is too wide